everyone, it's Keren from Health, Food and More here, out at an amazing natural wildlife reserve called Bleachfields, which is in Fife near where I live. And it's an old bleach field where they used to bleach linen, and it's been turned over as a wildflower meadow, and it's been, I think it was lottery funded, which is great. So it means we've just got this amazing array of beautiful plants nearby. The horses whinnying in the background as well, which is just beautiful. Now, down here, looking at this plant, which is Yarrow, which is Achillea millefolium. And Achillea gets its name from the Greek warrior Achilles. Now, I can't remember what water he was bathed in, but he was bathed in a river to give him protection during battle. And the story goes that his whole body was submerged in the water, apart from his Achilles tendon, which we all have down the back of our ankles. And that was his vulnerable spot, was his Achilles tendon. And I think that's how he was actually taken down eventually with an arrow to the back of the foot. But the Achillea gets its botanical name from that legend, and it is actually used as a wound herb. It's very, very healing and good at knitting together tissue when there's been tissue damage there. Its country name is also nosebleed, which gives you an idea about what we use it for. It's a styptic. It actually checks back bleeding. So we use it for treating things like nosebleeds. We would use it for somebody that bruises easily. If we have problems like phlebitis, where we have inflammation around blood vessels, it can work very well. And it's one of the herbs that I will use in that situation. Or even if I'm working with somebody that's recovering from cellulitis and we've had lots of connective tissue inflammation, I find it can work very well. It's an incredibly good healing herb, anti-inflammatory, it's a digestive bitter. It's just one of these plants that has a whole versatility with how it can be used. It's used for digestive issues. I use it in inflammatory problems. I use it to try and stimulate the gut if we've got constipation. And I also use it in reproductive issues as well. And one of the key indications for me using Yarrow in gynecology is looking for congestion in the pelvic area. Now that may manifest as heavy bleeding or sort of brown discharge, and particularly there's one condition I find it works very well in, and that's endometriosis. And with endometriosis we have a lot of inflammation, pain and congestion in that pelvic area, and this is one of the herbs that I find works really, really effectively for that. Now, we talked about its botanical name, Achillea, and its surname is millefolium, and that comes from the fact that it has lots of feathers on its leaves as well, so it's got lots and lots of tiny little leaves on it. So its name again very much describes both its appearance and its historical use. So a great one to have, one that likes to grow on grass verges that have been cut. So when you're driving along, if you're going along and you'll see a grass verge on the edge of the road, you'll often see yarrow growing there. But make sure and keep your eye on the road at the same time. Don't be distracted too much. One that I see in meadows where the meadow gets cut. So anywhere where grass is getting cut frequently, you'll often find this. You'll see the feathers coming up earlier on, and then you'll see the flowers coming out into June and July, which is where we are now. So great remedy to have to hand, one that I think you should look at further because it has got so many medicinal virtues. It's diaphoretic, we use it for colds and flus. I mean, the list is really endless when it comes to this plant. So one that I'd encourage you to look at further. Get in touch with us at Health, Food and More if you want to find out more, or there's just ample information out there on the internet. So get reading, get researching, and get this one as a herbal ally because it is a fantastic plant.